background. Dipty's here with the papers now. She is starting today with Kamala Harris and Donald Trump and their respective campaigns just a month before the presidential elections, Dipty.
Yeah, that's right, Stuart. The New York Times today reporting that Kamala Harris has raised $1 billion since entering the 2024 presidential electoral race less than 3 months ago. The Times explains that it's believed that no presidential candidate has ever raised that much money in such a short period of time. In her first week from July 21st, when she became presidential candidate, she raised $200 million, the Times says. The money raised is being used mainly on TV and digital advertising, but also to finance offices in 7 key battleground states. No comment on the amount of money raised by the Harris campaign, from the Harris team. It's believed they're keeping tight-lipped about it because they don't want to make Democrat donors complacent. We're just 1 month out from the presidential election. It's also likely that they're not talking about it because despite the amount of money raised, there are still concerns about how impactful the Republican super PAC, the super PAC being those really deep-pocketed fundraiser committees, they're worried about how impactful the Republican super PAC could be in those elections. So they're sort of just keeping it on the down low for the moment.
Meanwhile, Donald Trump is reportedly focusing his attention on harnessing young male voters with targeted campaigns to encourage voter registration.
Yeah, that's right. This is from Politico, Stuart, which talks of Trump's push to win over the bro vote, as it calls it. He's betting on support from this young male voter demographic, and he's turning to conservative digital content creators like the Nelk Boys, who are mounting a multi-million-dollar voter registration push. They're also promoting that push on dating apps and what Politico calls male-friendly podcasts. Really, it is a concerted effort to counter Kamala Harris's expected support from young female voters who could well hurdle her into the White House if she wins next month. Anyway, Donald Trump's strategy seems to be working for the moment. He's rising steadily in the young male voter demographic. But what's interesting is that this push towards young voters it didn't just happen this year. It's actually been in place since just after the January 6th Capitol riot, when Trump's team was seeking to portray him in a different light and sought to redefine him as a sort of pop culture icon, coupled with his alpha male image and investments in sports in a bid to attract these young male voters.
Here to France for the next story. Emmanuel Macron, president, of course, has given a rare interview to a US showbiz magazine, Variety, in fact it is.
Yeah, that's right. Here he is on the front of Variety here. An exclusive interview by Elsa Kalassi, an interview that was given just on the eve of the Francophonie, that's the French Culture and Language Summit. So he gave that interview just on that, just before that summit, a wide-ranging interview in which he talks about many things. He talks about the Olympic Games, his favorite moments from the Games, advice he would give to organizers of LA 2028, the recent successes of French films and investment in French cinema, and the impact of streaming platforms like Netflix and Disney. Now, in the interview, he also talks about his wife Brigitte's recent cameo in Emily in Paris, and explains that he does not agree with new storylines that take her out of Paris and to Rome, saying he'll fight to keep the show filming in Paris because, for all its criticism about being vapid, Emily in Paris has actually been a huge boost to the French economy, Stuart. Now, one of the other main talking points in this interview, France's role in drafting the EU's Artificial Intelligence Act. And also, he talks about recent deep fakes of him dancing with Taylor Swift and appearing to kiss a male security officer.
Very cute. Different anyway. Now, finally, from Dipty, it is not to be missed in the calendar, at least for the press review. Dipty's been on this all week, waiting for it. Fat Bear Week, Dipty.
Yeah, that's right. My favorite time of the year, Stuart. The annual competition in which internet users joyously vote for the fattest bear at Alaska's Katmai National Park. Basically, internet users watch grizzlies stock up on salmon for about a week as they prepare for winter hibernation, and then they discern who is the fattest bear of all. This year, Brown Bear 128 was crowned the winner. She's actually, she also won last year. Now, USA Today explains that she came to Katmai National Park as a cub in 2005. This year, she gave birth to 2 cubs, losing one of them tragically after it fell down a waterfall and was killed by a male bear called Chunk. Now, in a victory of poetic justice, she actually defeated Chunk to be crowned winner of Fat Bear Week 2024. Her surviving cub also competed in Junior Fat Bear Week. This has been a drama-fueled Fat Bear Week with another...
Tragic.
Yes, that's right. There was also a mauling that was reported last year, or the death of a bear in the park. So it's all the drama has now come to an end.
I thought it was all going to be cute and fluffy, and it turns out to be tragedy behind it as well, Dipti. She brings us everything in the press room with the papers for us on France 24.